And we're live. Welcome in, everyone. My name is Pascal Saucer, and we're going to be continuing our playthrough of the Thomas and Friends DLC for Train Sim World 5. So, yeah. And then I'm also going to Nova Crusader had a request, so I'm going to take care of that really quick at the beginning of stream. He was wanting to see the my model does allow me to hello Nova Crusader. My model does allow me to move my lantern in my hand. He was wanting to kind of get an idea as to what the motion is with it, so I was just going to show that really quick. There you go. I hope this answers your question, Nova. It's got pretty good range, but I mean, it is also the, it's just a chibi model, so it only moves so much. And let me make sure my headphones don't fall off my head. Welcome in, Super Thomas. Welcome in, Inky. Glad you can make it. Here, I'm going to, let me see. Okay, there we go. I was just, locking out my arm so it doesn't swing up and down the whole time I'm playing. So, okay. The last time, so we just finished, Confusion and Delay. Am I a little quiet? Hold on. I don't know if this helps any or not. I moved the microphone a little bit closer. Let me know if that sounds any better. It also does. There's like no other sound going on in the game. I mean, it's just dead quiet in the menu. So just let me know if that's good, or if I need to maybe turn up the mic. Just let me know. But what I was saying is, last time we had finished Confusion and Delay, so we'll just continue with Diesel and the fireworks.
Diesel and the fireworks.
That worked, Nova? Okay, cool.
Diesel was thinking of more ways he could get Thomas into trouble. As he approached Willerton Station, he saw the station master talking to one of the passengers.
Nice.
He was telling them about the fireworks display to be held at the party later that night. Diesel kept listening until he suddenly noticed a particular line of trucks waiting in the siding. They were waiting for Thomas to collect them and take them to the party. Diesel eyed the trucks with interest, and a devious idea came to him. If Mr. Peters thinks Thomas is so special, let's see how he feels when his precious fireworks train is misplaced, he said slyly to himself. So when the coast was clear, Diesel made his way over to the siding to collect the fireworks train and began to put his plan into action.
All right. Let's see. All right, looks like it wanted us to back up. As I go the wrong way. Oops. Nope, there we go. Oh, okay, so it's the one on the bottom. Okay. I was thinking I needed to wait for the red signal up on the pole, but I guess it went for that one down there on the bottom. Here we go again. Yep. Oh. 5? Oh, okay. And the camera is spazzing out. Let's try to move over here. Probably because I was next to that building. There we go. Okay. Come on. There we go. Nice. Okay. I still laugh at the way these faces are done on these things. Just look at them. As I hit the wrong key. Whoops. Oh my god. There we go. Oh, 15 miles an hour. Okay. It's Gru from Minions. I can kind of see that, yeah. I will give it to him, though. These models are done really, really well. He's trying to make eye contact. Well, I'm kind of purposely not letting him do it. Got our green. Okay, we can go. Go the right way this time, though. One of these days I'll remember whether or not it's A or D to go backwards and forwards. Apparently I still can't remember. You do kind of wonder whenever they're shunting cars and they're in the front, like, how the hell would they actually know? Other than the engineer telling them where everything is. Because they're just staring at the back of a boxcar. Oh, and I guess it does say... I'm assuming the whole train said fireworks. Now it just says works. Oh yeah, it did, because those ones said fire. Okay. So it did all say fireworks. Okay. What are they making us do? I also find it interesting too that depending on which direction I'm going, I can go 5 miles an hour faster. Don't know why that is. There we go. Diesel keeps looking over at us. It is kind of interesting, because, like, I know it's just random, but, yeah. Like, look at that side eye. Look at that face. Waiting for Karma to get this black class 08. I'm sure it'll come sooner or later. It is Diesel after all. Thinks it's all fun and games right now, and then usually ends up not so good for him in the end. I still do wish there was a little bit more actual gameplay than just hitting a couple keys on the keyboard. I would have enjoyed it a little bit more. It is what it is, I suppose. Well then. Oh, I think this is the part where I... Oh, okay. There we go. Do you like seasons 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5? I actually prefer the first, what was that, first 7 seasons? Whenever it was all still using the actual models, the Gauge 1 models. And before they started using the CGI faces and then eventually going to all CGI. No, we are gonna keep going? Okay. Might change my view. There we go. There we go. That would be 1 to 10. Okay. It has been... I was not paying attention to my speed. It has been a bit since I've actually watched Thomas and Friends. And I think I've said before, I don't really, haven't really watched much after season 7, so it's a bit blurry for me trying to remember everything that happened as I go speeding again. Do I need to wait, or can I go ahead and go? Oops. Guess I'm okay. So was it... I'm trying to remember. So it was it season 10 or season 11 where they had the CGI face, but they were still using the normal models? Because I remember that being a thing. I'm not sure. Boy, they're really having us go all over the place, huh? Just back and forth, back and forth. And going back forward again. Good God. Oh, welcome in, Blue Phoenix. Nice of you to drop in. Perfect stop. Yeah, I try to get close. It's hard to, it's kind of hard to judge what's considered, like, dead on the spot. Because I've kind of noticed that even if you do end up stopping, like, what would appear to be, like, right where you need to be, it'll still show that you're off by, like, 5 or so yards. And plus the, like, say, once I get this train up to where it's wanting me to go, up there, it wants me to stop the leading car on that spot rather than the locomotive. And whenever it does that, the yard reading is still off. I always seem to miss these. Finally here for once. Well, I appreciate you showing up. I know my time slot is very, very full, and there's a lot of people streaming at the same time, so that doesn't help either. That would annoy you. Which part? the me trying to stop in the right spot, or just trying to make time for everybody's streaming at the same time and have an overlap? Because both can be very annoying, I'm sure. Oh, okay. There we go. What is it having this do? Probably both. Yeah, I figured. That's why I said what I said. Boy, it's just having us make a big old mess. Just leaving stuff everywhere. How'd that stop go? I'm not sure. Because I get the feeling like I'll have a better idea with this one since I'm backing up to it. I mean, I was doing it with the other one before. Yeah, see, it still shows it like 2 yards. And I feel like I stopped right on it, so I don't know. All I know is Diesel is making somebody have a really bad day. This is one heck of a mess. What on earth? You still want me to move around more? Trying to be precise with a train seems like an impossible task. I'm sure if you do it enough, you can get just as accurate, but yeah, I'm sure there's an art form to it. And I go the wrong way. There we go. You just noticed the face? Oh yeah. Yeah, there's Devious Diesel and all his greatness. With his eyes just randomly moving. He does a pretty good side eye. If he does ever look this way. Kinda did it. Thomas the Tank Engine was one of my top 10 childhood shows. Yeah, me too. Oh, now we're backing up again? Okay. Wait, that's red. Oh, I guess I'll go off the one on the shorter one. Hope I'm okay. Oh shit. Okay, guess the camera didn't want to be between Diesel and the building. 'Cause I didn't do that. But yeah, getting back to the childhood shows. I watched some episodes on VHS from Blockbuster. Oh yeah, I remember the Blockbuster days. Those were good times. Oops. As I speed. But yeah, actually whenever I was watching Thomas and Friends, it was during whenever it was on Shining Time Station. And it was played on PBS a lot. That was whenever I was watching it. What on earth? Good times indeed. Oh yeah, definitely. It's just funny too, looking back on it, because it's like, so it's like they had Shining Time Station and they had Thomas the Tank Engine on there, and they somehow managed to get, at first they had Ringo Starr to do the narrations for Thomas, and then somehow out of the blue they also got George Carlin of all people to do the narrations for it for the US. I always found that so funny. Like back then I didn't know who they were and didn't care, but whenever you go back and listen to it and watch it now, it's just like, oh my god. It's just so funny. No way. Yeah. I mean, I think if I remember correctly, I think the first season it originally was only Ringo Starr. But I know whenever they ended up doing the US release, yeah, it's like they had George Carlin doing the narrations for Thomas and Friends. I'll never hear that. I'll never hear it the same again. Yeah. Yeah, if you watch I'm trying to remember how many seasons Ringo Starr did. But like the very early seasons of it, if it's a British voice actor, male voice actor, it's Ringo Starr from the Beatles. And then if it's an American, sounds like an American accent, and it's a male voice actor narrating Thomas and Friends, it's George Carlin. I mean, I didn't know until the later seasons of Thomas and Friends, you know, after Shining Time Station went away. I didn't know that they got Alec Baldwin to do the voice narrations. I had no clue. And now it's like, in light of recent events, it's like, oh boy. This is crazy. Thinking about the people that have narrated the show. Amazing things you learn about your childhood once you get older. Oh yeah. I mean, it's always like that. I mean, you're a kid, you don't know, you don't care, you're just having a good time, you're not paying attention to who's doing what. Really? Yeah. Yeah, Alec Baldwin did some of the... Not later, like late seasons, but some of the... Whenever George Carlin dropped out, I think is whenever they got Alec Baldwin to jump in. Plus, Alec Baldwin was in the what was that? Thomas and the Magic Railroad, the movie. He starred in that as well. That's unfortunate indeed, yeah. Wait. I wasn't supposed to move. Whoops. Whoopsie. I'll move back. I was not paying attention. Oh, okay.
Soon Diesel had shunted the trucks into the platforms, blocking both lines and preventing the passengers from being able to board their train. Diesel looked back and surveyed his hard work. Let's see.
I can't see Diesel through the boxcar.
He chuckled to himself. Suddenly, the station master ran up.
What station master? That was just a
Get these
building.
trucks sorted quickly, he shouted. Thomas will be along any minute.
The game is
and his
broke.
passengers can't be kept waiting.
It's either that or I stopped in the wrong place.
Before he could say anything, Diesel raced away, laughing.
Yeah, it looks like I got a pretty good accuracy bonus for stopping. Oh. And then that. We'll just gloss over that and not pay attention. It's fine.
The hunt for the missing gifts.
Huh.
Back at Minehead Station, Thomas was waiting at the platform. Soon all his passengers were on board, and he was finally ready to go. Come on, he puffed to Annie and Clarabelle. Let's get going and see if we can make up for lost time. But as he was about to leave, he suddenly heard someone shout.
Good
All the guests
God.
for the party are missing, cried the station master.
This guy's face.
Once again, Thomas was puzzled. Where did the gifts go? Don't worry, we'll look for them along the way, said Thomas reassuringly. The station master smiled as Thomas blew his whistle and set off along the line.
Okay.
Come along, Annie and Clarabelle. We need to keep a lookout for those missing gifts.
RTX Station Master is something else. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened to him. Definitely seen better days. I mean, you haven't seen Sir Topham Hatt in this game either. He looks like something else too. It's like his clothing attire and his hat looks like him, but his face, oh my god. Same thing. He does not look very good. Oh dear indeed. Oh yeah, Blue Phoenix here. Here's another fun thing. So if I look at Thomas's face and I blow the whistle, good stuff. Oh, speed limit went up. Go a little quicker. The sound of steam engines will always make me happy. Yeah. I do enjoy a good steam train. That's awesome. That's hilarious. Yeah. I did also notice some people have been posting screenshots of the game, like in-play game, and it's kind of can't really tell with Thomas going down straight track, but I've seen screenshots of Thomas like whenever he's going through a turn, and his wheels aren't on the rails. So I want to try to look at that whenever we go into a curve and see how bad it is. I have also figured out too that you can fudge the speed. You can go like 2 miles an hour faster and you still don't get docked for speeding. That would be an issue? Yeah, it kind of would be an issue. You would think it would be anyway. Guess it's not as big an issue in Train Sim World. You can just have your train wheels not on the track and it's fine. Oh. Is there a stop? Oh, I guess there is a stop. Okay. Oh, and a speed restriction. Whoops. Good thing I was paying attention. And a whistle. Okay. Have your whistle. Welcome in, Melee Man. I'm in love with you and your art. Oh, I bet you are. Everybody's loving all the frickin' memes of my OC on Twitter. Nobody can't get enough of it. Everybody seems to just keep making them. Would have gay babies with you? What the hell, man? That's messed up. Legally speeding is one of classic American pastimes. Well, technically, all speeding is illegal. If you want to get down to brass tacks, you can get, depending on, you know, whoever you have as a police officer or whoever. Technically, 1 mile an hour is still considered speeding, and they can give you a ticket for it.
Get in quickly, please, he whistled.
Oh, I remembered. I did that part correctly. Is this your main model? Yeah. Whenever I first started streaming, I just had a PNG, but I commissioned Whimsycat, who's the same artist that did Lord Mollington's chibi model. I commissioned her to make this one as well. And this is my main model that I use. And it's a chibi of the OC that I have. Oh, okay. I wasn't paying attention. Guess we're ready. And we're just gonna floor it. Everybody's gonna go flying inside the coaches. And then I speed. There we go. And another speed restriction. I'm gonna slam on the brakes. I'm gonna slam on the accelerator. Oh my god, that is so annoying. Jeez. Can I go back up to 25 now? Please? This is so slow. Speed limit is the second tax after inflation, which is the third tax. Oh, what a time to be alive. There we go. Let's go faster. Yeah, but to answer your question, Melee Man, I do stream.
What's that up ahead? We should stop and check, as it could be the missing gifts.
Oh, okay. I guess we're gonna make a stop before the other stop. I do stream. It's just, I've been having some real life stuff going on. Nothing too terribly bad. It's just, I've kind of talked about it a little bit on Twitter. I've had some family members move in with me, and, it's just been trying to figure out a way to where I can stream, but also not have my family making a bunch of noise and getting picked up on the microphone.
That's one of the missing gifts found, said Thomas. But how did it end up here?
Good fucking question, Thomas. How did it end up here?
I know. When we stop at the next station, we can give it to the station master. I'm sure they can look after it whilst we finish our journey.
Ah. I remember you had health issues. Yeah, I had health issues last year. I seem to be doing okay now, but there for a bit it was kind of a touch and go as to whether or not I actually had a heart problem or not. It's just, you know, typical American healthcare system. It's only until you spend thousands of dollars that, you know, they come back and say, oh, everything's fine, you're doing great. And it's like, okay, well, I sure as hell didn't feel great.
Another gift up ahead. Let's stop and collect it.
So many people in the world, it's hard to keep track of. Yeah. The streaming world is definitely saturated. That's for damn sure. Now it's on the other side. There we go. Welcome in, Joey. Welcome to the stream. I remember when it was a super niche thing. Crazy how things change. Yeah. That's just how it goes sometimes. People see someone doing something, they're like, hey, I want to give that a try. speed restriction down to 15. I think it's only a matter of time until someone mods a looping whistle for Thomas. God, I would love to have that. Like, I kind of understand why they did it. So it's like, it's probably just easier for the programming, maybe. Plus it also, they did have the face animate while the whistle is going. So maybe that's another reason why they didn't have it on a loop. But, oh my god, that would be so nice to have. I remembered the right keys to do that. I feel like streaming is who can be degenerate loser longer and make money. Yeah, it kind of feels that way. Feels that way sometimes. I mean, I've kind of talked about it myself. It just feels like some of the magic's gone nowadays whenever it comes to that kind of stuff. It really does feel sometimes like people are just trying to profit off of you.
There's the station master. Hello, Thomas. Thanks so much for finding these gifts. It seems that there have been gifts missing from several stations. Do you think you could find any more on your journey? Don't worry. We'll be sure to keep a good lookout and pick up any more that we find.
What if I don't want to? Irishman? He did kind of sound Irish, didn't he? But yeah, actually having both the whistle for Thomas and then the horn for Diesel, it would be nice to have it towards a loop, so it's like you can actually use the horn or the whistle function, and it functions like every other train sim game. Instead of just hitting it and it just kind of randomizes whatever the hell it's gonna do. No, I'm gonna speed up. Oh yeah, I was gonna check the wheels. See if I can do it.
There's another gift at the side of the track.
Oh.
We need to make sure that we stop and collect it.
Come on. You try doing it from the front. Not really doing it on the front. All the pictures I saw, it was mostly from the back. It's like the back wheels aren't on the rails whenever you're going through a turn. Whoops. Went a little far. At least they were nice enough to prop it up against something instead of just leaving it on the side of the rails there. And whack! Just hit the cameraman. A steam whistle that you can't really lay into is no steam whistle at all. Yes, it is. It's just, it's not realistic, and it's just like, I don't understand why it's like that. I just wish I wish during the Derail Valley collab that the steam whistle was a little more cooperative as far as like trying to pull on the pull cord, because you can actually do a pretty good job of imitating you know, sounding the steam whistle in Derail Valley. If you're playing single player, it works really, really well, but I guess the part of the desync issue when you're trying to use the whistle in Derail Valley, it just kind of doesn't work quite well. It's kind of glitchy. The frustrating thing is the few normal Steam engines the game has actually do have looping whistles. I figured they did.
I wonder how they ended up by the side of the track.
I know I talked about this last stream, but it really does feel like. But I think this also has to do with also the current owners of Thomas. It seems like they're really playing towards like not just kids, but maybe like even younger, like really young kids. I wouldn't say toddlers, but I mean really young. So I get the feeling that a lot of the controls were kind of dumbed down and simplified to make it easier for kids to play the game. There we go. Collecting packages. Yeah. Apparently part of this scenario is people have lost packages and for some reason they're just strewn along the side of the railway. So they're just kind of randomly on the side. We just gotta go pick them up and bring them to the different station masters as we go by the different stations. Want to know my logic with whistles and quiet zones? I can only imagine. I do find it really funny when you inevitably you do see the news articles or the video of someone getting hit by a train in a quiet zone, and it's just like, well, yeah, what would you expect? You got this big train that's coming down the railroad tracks. It can't stop on a dime, and the only means of warning you that it's coming, it's not allowed to use. So you have no warning. So it's like, unless you're actually doing your due diligence, what you're actually supposed to do, irregardless, you know, anytime you're crossing the railroad tracks, you're supposed to. Oh boy. There's my doggo. Guess somebody came home. And there I go, opening the wrong doors. There we go. You can just choose whichever side you want to come in. Wolf. Quiet Zone seem like an incredibly bad idea? Because they are. It's a horrible idea. It's just...
There's the station master. Can
Oh,
you give
where
them
is
the
he?
gifts we collected, please? Thanks for finding these, Thomas. You really are a
This guy
useful
looks
engine.
suspiciously like the other guy. Is it the same person? Oh, whoops. We're going downhill. I was not paying attention to the speed. God dang. Maybe Percy dropped the gifts from his mail run. I wish it was something interesting like that, but I highly doubt it.
Look, there's another gift at the side of the line. I do hope there aren't any more, because we don't want the passengers to miss out.
All I know is this Thomas has some, like, laser vision or some shit. I don't know how he's seeing this stuff 550 yards away. Was that Irish or Scottish? I honestly do not know at this point. Because I can't tell if it's the narrator's accent or if the narrator is trying to sound either Irish or Scottish. Oh my god, I've driven 10 miles in Thomas. Whoops. I did not see that speed restriction. Oh, I see it. I kind of see it now. Boy, that does look funny. Huh. Not quite right.
Look, there's another gift up ahead. Let's stop and collect it.
Thomas with his laser vision, looking through all the foliage and seeing these gifts. Wait, what? How? Moment? Yeah, definitely. There we go.
I do hope all these extra stops aren't going to make us even later. Perhaps if that's the last gift, we can try to make up for some lost time before we reach the next station.
Floor it. Fuck the speed limits. Oh, so they do animate the running gear. Cool. Stop it, let me look. Gosh darn it. And I'm speeding. Whoops.
As Thomas approached Watchet Station, he saw that Mr. Peters was standing
Watchet?
on the platform. He was talking to the station master about the missing gifts, and Thomas was worried he might be in trouble for being late.
You're in big trouble, Thomas. Such big trouble, mister. Train has been thwarted by camera collision. I do wonder if there was an update to this. Because I know there was... I've seen plenty of screenshots of the running gear and the wheels interacting with the rails, and I wonder if they patched it to where you can't look. There we go. I did the right side this time. Uphill show, downhill fast, tonnage first, safety last. Oh yeah. It's usually how Dero Valley streams go. The animated running gear is something that was done since even the beginning of the CGI series? That makes sense. Oh, I'm supposed to lock the doors. Whoops. And we're done.
Mr. Peters wasn't cross. He was pleased. Ah,
Watch it.
Thomas, I'm glad you're here. I wanted to tell you that I've spoken with the station masters, and they've all told me what a great job you've been doing.
Weren't his lips moving in the other ones? His lips
Thank
don't
you,
move
sir,
anymore.
he said. I'm just glad to help. You've certainly proved yourself
Weird.
to be a really helpful engine.
Wonder if they patched
by
that too.
finding all the missing gifts, continued Mr. Peters. Don't worry, I'll see to it that they arrive in
Not
time
that it
for
looked
party
any
time.
good.
In the meantime, why don't you rest here for a while? I'm sure the passengers won't mind.
His lips did not sync to what he was saying anyway.
Oh, yes, a short rest would be nice. Thank you, sir. That settles it then, smiled Mr. Peters. Before you arrived, I was telling the station master about a big fireworks display we're having tonight to celebrate your visit. The fireworks have been loaded into some trucks that are waiting at Willerton Station. Do you think you could collect them and take them to the display ground later on? Yes, sir, puffed Thomas proudly. A fireworks display sounds wonderful, and all those loud noises and bright colours will be marvellous for the celebration. I can't wait.
Little did they know.
Mr. Peters laughed. I'm glad you're looking forward to it.
Where was the
he
laugh?
We still have lots to do before we're
There was
ready
no
for the
laugh.
party to begin. So I'll see you later, Thomas. And with that, Mr. Peters headed off to make preparations for the event. And Thomas waited at the platform, enjoying his rest.
Well, I never got penalized for speeding. That's good. Because I was not paying attention in some of those points. I was looking too much at the train.
A problem to solve. A short while later, Thomas had finished resting and was approaching Willerton Station. He was still thinking about the fireworks display that was taking place that evening. Suddenly, as Thomas rounded the bend, he saw that the tracks at the station were blocked by trucks. Father, now I'm sure to be late.
That's a new face.
Then Thomas noticed something. The trucks that were blocking both platforms were the fireworks train that Mr. Peters had sent him to collect.
Wait.
Who shunted all these
These
trucks
aren't
into the
how they
wrong
were when
places?
we left them.
Who would do such a thing? Thomas soon found out. As no sooner had Thomas wondered who was to blame, a familiar black shape rolled into view. Diesel? What are you doing
Now
here?
Thomas is
asked
happy.
Thomas.
He's happy that there's boxcars everywhere.
Sir Topham Hatt sent me here as part of the event, Diesel bragged. This is an event to celebrate Sodor after all, and perhaps he thinks a tiny little tank engine like you...
I also
can't
really
really
prefer
run
how
your
George
own.
Carlin narrates Diesel versus this guy.
Suddenly, Thomas realized why so many strange things had been happening on
That
the
face.
railway.
Oh yeah. That was a good one.
Diesel, it was you who moved Annie and Clarabelle into that siding and behind those trucks. And it was you who took the gifts. You've been the one causing all this trouble. Diesel just looked at Thomas and laughed. I wonder what Mr. Peters will think of you now, he jeered. Especially when he sees what a mess you've made of the fireworks train. Mr. Peters
sounds
thinks
so
I'm very
nasally.
useful, thank you, retorted Thomas. And once I've finished sorting out your mess, I'm going to find him and Sir Topham Hatt and tell them about all the trouble you've been causing.
I look so angry while smiling.
Diesel just laughed.
Oh my god, that face.
They'll have to find me first, he sneered. And he raced away
Oh god.
as quickly as he could.
I changed my mind. The $65 game was worth it just for the faces. Whoa.
We need to shunt these trucks back into the right order. Annie, Clarabelle, I'll have to leave you here whilst I sort out this mess. Do hurry, Thomas. We don't want to keep the passengers stranded here for long. I'll be as quick as I can.
There we go. I was like, let me unhook. Let me uncouple. I still find it really strange that we moved all those box cars all over the freaking place, and now they're not even where we left them before. Like, where's the game continuity? There we go. Yeah, I guess you're right, Lagoon Key. We don't get no continuity in our games now. That's asking too much. Yeah, any character arc in the CGI series episode is reset by the next episode, so it fits. I didn't realize it was that bad in the CGI series. Well, I say that. I guess I've watched some episodes of Unlucky Tug, and he's kind of covered that. Whoops. Okay, I didn't run the red. I was getting really close, though. James learned not to be a Vane like 10 times, at least. I guess the writers just ran out of things to talk about or write. Is that gonna turn green or no? I'm not sure if I need to wait. Oh, thanks. Good timing. That was funny. 10 times a week. Oh my god. Couldn't have been that bad. Yeah, the timing on that signal was pretty funny. It's like I literally got up to it. Man, I don't know if I should stop or not. Stop. Turns green. Whoops. Give me a second. Doggo wants pets. Good boy. Oh, you still want pets? Okay. Big baby. Good boy. Alright, what am I doing? Uncoupling. Okay. Gordon and Spencer made up in one episode and never had a rivalry again? Huh. But it did stick. Interesting. Oh, still 10? Okay. Speed back up a bit. I really do feel like at some point I need to try to rewatch everything again. Maybe try to work up the gumption to watch some of the newer CGI stuff. 'Cause it has been quite a while since I've watched the first seasons of it, where they're still using the models. Just need to find a good way to go about watching them. There we go. Oh, whoops. There we go, getting confused with the buttons again. Seasons 1 through 7 and 17 through 21 are on Amazon. Oh, okay. I do have Amazon Prime. Maybe I just need to look and see if they have it. Watch them on VHS to get the real experience. I would love to do that. It's just gonna be... Oops. I hit that pretty hard. Whoopsie.
We did it! The fireworks train is all sorted and ready to be taken to the party. Let's get these trucks coupled up to Annie and Clarabelle.
No? Okay. I actually would not mind watching them on VHS. It's just going to be hunting down all the VHS tapes, trying to do it that way. Plus, I also know, thanks to Unlucky Tug, that there's actually quite a bit of variation depending on what VHS tapes you get. Streamer never learns. No, I never do. I was already forgetting how to do it at the beginning of stream, and here I am already an hour and a half in, and I'm still messing it up. Wait, why is that red? You gonna turn green? Please? Please turn green? Pretty please? Ah, thank you. There we go. It's red because Annie and Clarabelle are in the block. I figured it was something like that, and I really didn't want to just go blowing through the red light or the red signal. Because kind of been out of practice with the whole signal reading, thanks to Derail Valley, because it doesn't have any of that. It doesn't have block signals, so I kind of forgot how to read it, and then it's like, get back in this game and I'm running red signals left and right. There's no school tomorrow. Your parents don't mind how long you stay up. You have 7 seasons of Thomas the Tank Engine. Pizza's on the way. The year is 2025 and you are 35. Almost read that as 25. God, I wish. Light change me, go now. Yep. Gotta pay attention to the signals. Gotta be safe. I wish there was a setting for Train Sim World to disable game over at signal past that danger, like there is in Train Sim Classic. Yeah. Yeah, the first, my first stream of this, that was a bit of an eye-opener, because every single time I did it, it was like, oh, okay, my bad. Won't do that again. Then proceeded to do it again, like I never learned. Oh shit.
Thomas managed to get the fireworks train all sorted and ready to be delivered. But he was still
What is going on with the sound?
We must find
It's
Diesel
so loud.
before causes any more
And I can't hear him.
and I wonder where he went.
Good God. And there for a split second we were looking through the we were looking through the engineer's head. Hard impact 1000. Good God. That was a hell of a penalty. Jeez. Oh no. Diesel's in distress. He has broken down. Sad.
Diesel in distress. After coupling the fireworks train to Annie and Clarabelle, Thomas set off after Diesel. We must find Diesel before he can cause any more trouble.
Yeah. Let's go get him. Oh, oh, yeah, But you just told me to contact him. I did what you told me. So what, is that just gonna be stuck up there now? Hi, doggo. Want more pets? Oh. I'm guessing they mean this signal. Denied. It goes green. Sorry, my dog is distracting me. He keeps shoving his head in between my between the armrest of my chair and me, wanting head pats. Oh no, Diesel's in danger. How awful. Truly heartbreaking. Oh yeah. Diesel's in danger. Oh no. Anyway. I unfortunately cannot do a very good Jeremy Clarkson. I'm not even gonna try. Actually, now that I think about it. Yeah. Now that's a view. Come on, let's go. Up the hill. Welcome in, Daniel. Yes, I am live. Here I am. Can't believe I almost missed another one. Yeah, how dare you? How dare you? How dare you? How dare you almost miss my stream? I can't believe you. But seriously though, welcome in. I'm glad you could make it. I'm just being silly. Guess that message is just gonna be up on my screen forever and it will never go away. Unless there's another red signal I'm gonna come up on and almost blow through it. I always miss these because I just happen to not look at Twitter during the exact period of time you post. Well, you know the simple answer to that. What you do is you go to my YouTube channel, you hit that subscribe button, and then you turn on that notification bell. Oh God. I'll say that, and we all know how wonderful, even if you do all that, YouTube will still not send out a notification. You'll miss it anyway. Daniel laid again, so much hate. I know, right, Tommy? How dare he? So what's gonna happen is we're gonna be going down the rails. Diesel's just gonna be stopped in front of us. We're gonna ram right into the back of him with all these fireworks, and there's gonna be a giant explosion. Right? That's how this episode goes? I think so. I like my idea anyway. Gave the whole spiel. Yeah, I kinda did. I was shamelessly shilling myself. It doesn't work. Yeah, I know. That's why I said it. It's like I went through all the trouble of saying all that, and it's like, and at the end of it, it's still not going to do anything. Thanks, YouTube. I'll say this now, and then by some miracle, I get to where I can get monetized, and then YouTube's like, nope. You're not getting monetized. You were making fun of us. No money for you. Oh, okay. Just changed my camera view. That's fine.
Hello, Thomas. I'm glad you're here. Diesel passed by not too long ago, and I think he's in trouble.
See, now this
as his
guy's
engine
lips are
was making
moving.
some awful
What's up with
grinding
that?
sounds. Do you think you could head down the line and try to find him? Of course I can, puffed Thomas. Thomas
Or
was
YouTube
only
starts
too happy to
unsubscribing
help.
people. Yeah, that too. No monetization for you. No. Like I'll ever get there anyway. I got quite a ways to go, even if I do get there. The tap thing is gone, Joey. Thank God. Because while I was up there, I kept feeling like I was doing something wrong. Or I was missing something. YouTube will definitely be YouTube. All the time. Find Diesel and tell him off. You deserve to be broken down, you big piece of shit. You gave me all this extra work. It's gone. How can we know how to contact the signaler now? I have no idea. However will I remember? I don't know if people have seen it or not, but at some point everybody needs to watch on YouTube the George Carlin dub of Thomas the Tank Engine. and it's it's definitely not G-rated, and it's really, really funny. Oh, it's so good. What are you talking about? You've gone really fast relative to how long you've been streaming? Hell, you're 2 viewing right now? I guess. I mean, all things considered, I mean, it's not like I'm, you know, it's not like I've done this before. I'm not in some big VTuber corporation or anything like that. I don't have any advertising. It's literally just people randomly finding me on YouTube and people that just follow me on Twitter. Just see me post that I'm going live. I love those videos. Yeah, that's good stuff. I wish there was more, but it is what it is. Still good. Still good viewing. So what we do now is we floor it and fly straight into the back of Diesel and explode. Blow up all these fireworks. That's actually really tempting. Actually, you know what?
There he is.
The voices are winning. I'm not gonna hit him very fast. I should have been doing this a little bit sooner. Oh my god. What the hell happened? Oh my god. Oh shit. Well, that was something. Oh my god. Oh boy. That's a Microsoft Flight Simulator derailment there. Oh yeah. So what have you been able to get done tonight? I write as you die. Well, we technically exploded. Yeah, we kind of did. I mean, it kind of looked like it just chucked us off the map. Thomas just bumped off the tracks. Oh my god.
Hello, Thomas. Diesel, I'm glad you're here. Distress.
Oh my god. Oh no. It's broke.
And I think he's in trouble, as his engine was making some awful grinding sounds. Do you think you could head down the line and try to find him? Of course I can, puffed Thomas. Thomas was only too happy to help.
So... what happens if I hit him faster? Oh my god. Only one way to find out. I wonder... it won't let me... Will it make me fail if I speed for too long? I wonder. I'm just gonna keep the hammer down. Just see what happens. It doesn't help that I have a very long train. I imagine it's very heavy, and Thomas can only pull so much. Kind of makes me wonder. Hold on. Well, do I uncouple more? Do I uncouple cars, or do I try to keep some of them? I don't know. I also need to get back on the accelerator. I've lost some speed. Dang, did I miss a derailment? Oh yeah, you missed it. I listened to the voices inside my head and ran into the back of Diesel while he was sitting stationary on the tracks. It did some fun shit. Now we're trying to do the same thing again, except go a lot faster. Well, at least we're trying to. The train's really heavy. We managed to get up to 35. You know what? I'm gonna try it. See how fast we can go. Oh yeah, we're cooking now.
There he is.
There he is. Yeet. Oh my god. Right. Where was the earth-shattering kaboom? We didn't get one, sadly. Yes,
Hello,
you can make Thomas
Diesel,
fly.
glad you're in distress.
Oh,
Diesel
God.
passed by not too long ago, and I think he's in trouble, as his engine was making some awful grinding sounds. Do you think you could head down the line and try to find him?
Nah, fuck
Of
that
course I
guy.
can, puffed Thomas.
He deserves it.
Thomas was only too happy to help.
Okay, I will attempt to play this normally now. The unstoppable force meets the immovable object. Pretty much. At least how the game engine interprets that. You've heard of American Psycho, now get ready for British Psycho. Hey Diesel. Yeah. I wasn't ready for Thomas to ascend. Yeah, that really was something. It's funny how it interprets what just happened there. We should simulate it in Derail Valley for the full effect on Monday. Okay. Seems reasonable. We'll just drive the big 282 steam locomotive in Derail Valley into the back of a DE6. We could use a different save. I guess we could. Problem is that we need to make sure we still have both of them unlocked if it's another save file. For a more accurate size, smash the S060 and the DE6. Yeah, but the DE6 is still the bigger diesel, isn't it? Because the DE2 is the smaller diesel. Technically, I guess the diesel mechanical would be the closest thing to what diesel actually is. And then use the S060. I don't know. I have to think on that. Use one of your personal saves or in realistic mode. Yeah, that's a good idea. I love it when we get the desync derailments in Derail Valley. The glitches are hilarious. I really need to, I need to try to figure out a good way to do a side-by-side comparison and make a video on it. Because that's what everybody keeps telling me, is that whenever the desyncs happen, it's like unhinged, batshit crazy on Nova's end, and then it's kind of just normal on my end. I need to try to do that sometime. Do a side-by-side. You meant the D2? I figured that's what you meant. But I think that diesel mechanical would also work as well, since it looks really similar to diesel, kind of. It has the you know. Those things. As I forget to accelerate. That last derailment at the military base was beyond insane. I liked when the diesel got possessed. That was insane to watch because it was messing up on my end too. Okay, I will not let the voices win. I will play nice. Slowly lose my mind. God damn.
Well, 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 chuckled Thomas cheekily. It looks like this troublesome engine has got engine troubles. Stop it, Thomas, wailed Diesel. This isn't funny at all. And not very reliable either, teased Thomas. Perhaps this will teach you not to play tricks. Diesel fell silent as Thomas pushed him to the next station.
Huh. Diesel's making noises like he's actually working. Interesting. Their faces are cursed. I was trying to make it look like a I was trying to make it look like an actual episode. Have the camera switch between character and character as they're talking. We do need to make a derailment compilation video. Yeah, we do. Just need to make the time and do it.
Don't worry, Diesel, said Thomas kindly. We'll get you fixed up in no time. Thank you, Thomas.
Yeah. The faces wouldn't look weird if they didn't try to mimic the modern CGI Thomas. I do find it really interesting that it's like they go ahead and have the more CGI style faces, but then they're not animated. So it's like a weird mishmash between old and new Thomas, because it's like newer style faces, but then they don't move. Thomas is such a nice guy. He's too nice. That's his problem. I think I'm gonna go ahead. I know it's 11 o'clock, but I know this is the last one, so
Fireworks and friendships.
just go ahead and finish it.
Thomas continued to pull Diesel and the train to the final destination at Bishop's Lydia. The day's work was nearly done, and Thomas was still looking forward to watching the fireworks display at the party. Diesel worried about what Sir Topham Hatt would say when they arrived. We're almost there now, said Thomas excitedly. But Diesel stayed silent. He wasn't looking forward to what was coming.
Well, no shit. And Sir Topham Hatt sent him away. Whoops. We're going downhill. And then the speed limit goes up. Go figure. Thomas was an asshole in Model Series and RWS. Yeah. He was by no means perfect. That's for sure. So why are diesels square rather than normal train-like? I think it's just because this is the... Diesel is this particular style of diesel locomotive. I'm trying to remember what class of diesel is based off of. But they're very, very common in the UK. I want to say he's a Series 8, but I might be wrong. I'd have to look it up. Yeah, BR Class 8, you're right, Joey. But yeah, I mean, this version of diesel locomotive in the UK is, I mean, they're everywhere. And on top of that, they're still very prominent even today, both in preservation and just regular use. I think they built like over 1,000 of these things, which is kind of insane considering how big the UK is. I've seen a lot of trains have flat fronts. Doesn't that create a lot of wind resistance? Yeah. Most, something like diesel, I don't think they're worried about wind resistance. He's just a diesel shunter, basically. So, I mean, he's not meant to go fast, so they're not too concerned about wind resistance. He's no speed racer. He is a brick. Yes, hence why some engines ended up with streamlining. Yeah, I really do like during the 30s, whenever Art Deco design was really prominent, and they started doing a lot of streamlining of the steam locomotives. They always came up with really interesting ways to go about doing it, both here in the US and in the UK. Yeah, like the Southern Pacific GS4s and the LNERA 4s, yep. And the Mallards, and then the Coronation class, another example of streamlining. And then the New York Central had their streamlined locomotives as well. The streamlined Hudsons that they had. The sloped engines always look neat to me. Yeah. It's kind of... They're really neat to look at, but then you also got to think that underneath all of that metal cladding, there's still a steam locomotive underneath there, and there's actually a lot of places that you need to get to on a steam locomotive, not just like every once in a while, but like on a daily basis. There's stuff that needs to be checked and lubricated, and then you got all this streamlining, cladding, and skirts running over the wheels and stuff, and it's like, it had to have been an absolute pain in the butt to try to work on those things with all that streamlining stuff put on top. SPE 4449 is my second favorite preserved US engine. That is a very beautiful locomotive. I do not blame you. Like the LNER A4 is just a streamlined A3. Yeah. I mean, I can't fault him. Sir Nigel Gresley had a he had a good design there. So I don't fault him for just kind of keeping the same thing and just adding the streamlining to them. Well, then the other interesting thing with the A4s is like they actually had side skirts on them covering up the wheels. It wasn't until World War II, whenever they actually removed a lot of the streamlining off of the A4s, that they actually, whenever World War II was over, and they went back to actually painting them colors other than wartime black, they painted them back, but they never put the side skirts back on the wheels. They left them off. They never put them back on again. Old trains are hell to clean. They're hard to clean. They're hard to maintain. There's so many lubrication points. I mean, it's kind of crazy. Like, I could see why diesels beat out steam locomotives in the end. Because, I mean, it would take massive crews of people to maintain steam locomotives. And then diesels, it's like, there's just... Like, I mean, they still have to be worked on. But, I mean, it's not like you need, you know, dozens of people to keep them going every day. The UP thought Gresley was pretty good too. The Union Pacific 9000's got the third cylinder. Yeah. It's kind of crazy all the different things that the British did on their steam locomotives, because it's like I know they had four-cylinder ones too, which is kind of wild. Having both two outside cylinders and two inside cylinders, like, that's just insane. That's also got to be a bitch to work on. How come? Not quite sure what you're questioning, Daniel. You might have to tell it to me again as I try to slow down for this 10-mile-an-hour speed limit, and I fail miserably. There we go. When did steam locomotives officially get overtaken by diesel and other types? It depends on where you were. It seemed like in the United States it happened a little bit sooner than it did in the UK. The UK held on for a very, very long time. They almost made it into, I think whenever steam was officially banned on British rails, I think it was 1969 was whenever it got officially banned. Whereas in the US it happened a little bit sooner. Yeah, Joey brings up another good point. It was even later in the Japan, and then, actually, I'm pretty sure. Nope, cutscene.
The two engines finally arrived at the station. Sir Topham Hatt and Mr. Peters were waiting for them. Sir Topham turned and looked crossly
Look at that face.
Diesel, I hear you've been causing confusion and delay. I sent you to the mainland to deliver some goods, not to follow Thomas here and cause trouble.
Yes, sorry, sir,
said Diesel sheepishly.
I just wanted to show you that I'm just as special as Thomas is.
God, I just want to hear this
Wasn't
done
fair
in
that
George
he got
Carlin's
to
voice,
be
not this.
admired by everyone and I didn't.
Thomas was invited because Mr. Peters asked if he could come. Not because I think he's more special than any one of my engines, including you, Diesel. Diesel felt rather foolish.
I'm sorry, sir. And I'm sorry, Thomas. I didn't mean to cause you all this trouble.
That's all right, Diesel, said Thomas. If it were up to me, Diesel, continued Sir Topham Hatt, I would send you back to Sodor. But Mr. Peters and I have discussed it, and we think you should remain here for a while and work with Thomas and prove you can be a really useful engine.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. I promise
Those
to keep
faces.
on
Oh my
best
God.
behavior.
Sir Topham Hatt smiled. Don't you worry about your engine either, Diesel, said Mr. Peters. We'll take you to the workshop and get you fixed up in no time. Diesel smiled. He was looking forward to being back in working order. Then Sir Topham Hatt turned his attention to Thomas. As for you, Thomas, due to your recovery of the gifts and rescuing of a fellow engine, you have once again proven yourself to be a really useful engine.
Yippee!
Yes, a very fine engine indeed, added Mr. Peters. Thomas was so proud, he didn't know what to say. He thought his boiler would burst.
Oh yes, fireworks in the evening. Not at night. Okay, what's going on with the lighting now? Oh, it's getting dark again. Oh, okay. Boy, that was an interesting ending. It's like getting bright and getting dark. Still setting off fireworks in the late evening. It's not even dark out. Diesel's face got weirder. Yeah, it did. Well, there we go. That's all the storyline done for Train Sim World 5 for the Thomas DLC. Hell of a way to end that off. Those must have been some really powerful fireworks. Must have been. Just wonder why they couldn't have done it actually at night. And also why the lighting kept changing depending on where they were looking. That was funny. Absolute cinema, for sure. Alright. Well, I think that's going to do it for me. We did play through all of play through all of the Thomas and Friends DLC. Not sure. I need to try to play more of this off stream to try to get a better idea on how to do it. Or I don't know. Maybe I could just try to play through Train Sim World 5 a little bit on stream. Just give it a go. Because I actually haven't, besides the Thomas DLC, I really haven't played this game at all. So it might be worth trying to play through it some more. At least with what I have, I'm I'm not gonna keep spending $25 for every DLC trying to play stuff. Oh my gosh. This was like I enjoyed playing it, but good God, just thinking about the fact that it was $65 just to even try this. Oh my God, it is such a bad value for money. Thanks for the stream. Well, thank you guys for showing up. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. I definitely did. It was fun. Especially the crash. The crashes were pretty funny. Oh, the way that it simulated it was really funny. But yeah, I think I'm gonna call it here. So thank you guys for showing up to stream. I hope you had a good time, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care. Bye bye. O2 Saucer. Good night.